There was the time that we started a fleet-wide incident report due to too much jerking off in the RC. Me. Arrive at my first ship in 2009 or so. Aircraft carrier still under construction. Reactor compartment is open 24/7 for shipyard workers. Reactor mechanical operators have to tour the RC at least once a day. They start to make a game out of claiming equipment in the RC by coming on it. Tops of control rods, reactor coolant pumps, ion exchanger, various valves, all end up covered in layers of jizz. The RMOs all keep score. Sometimes guys from the electrical and control shops get in on the action. The senior-most guys in reactor mechanical division have been here since the keel was laid, almost, so they've been at this for years. Finally close the RC up, rigged to go to sea, and go out on sea trials and workups for a year. Pull back into Norfolk for a month, have change of command ceremony. New captain, new reactor officer. In the meantime, all the old hands have gotten out of the Navy. Open up RC to do a tour for the new officers. New CO and RO are both very attentive as we show them around. They stop when they start to see brown stains all over the RC. Turns out cum turns dark brown under a neutron flux. It's like if you shine a black light in your bedroom, cum stains everywhere. CO and RO are concerned, it could be leaks from the primary coolant system, or lubricant from a failing piece of equipment, or CO even scratches and sniffs, trying to determine what it is. RO orders a full investigation, tells us to take samples, determine what the problem is. CO sends a naval message fleet-wide instructing all other Nimitz-class carriers to see if they have the same issue. Nobody is going to be the one to explain that it's actually just seamen. So we follow through with the investigation, take hundreds of samples, send them off to naval reactors and let their engineers ponder the problem. I'll start. Me. Trying to claw my way into the gun industry despite being broke. Don't even have a shed to tinker in. Start by cleaning guns. So far, so good. Customer brings me the crustiest gun I've ever seen. Mag release is so rusty the spring gets stuck in the unlocked position unless you use the trigger to push it back into place. Can't even blame the guy for not cleaning it because it uses one of those friction-fitted disassembly levers that become exponentially more difficult to use the dirtier the gun gets. Get it open. WD-40 in a shit out of the rust. Have to undo a pin to get at the other parts. I've done this before. Proceed to spend the next 2 weeks hammering away at the pin with my punches, drowning the gun in lube and WD-40. Even experiment with heating and cooling it to see if the polymer swelled up or something. Pin is absolutely scratched. Give up. Don't charge the guy, since I'm not a greedy asshole. Recommend he checks out pistols. That are easier to disassemble so he can do more frequent maintenance. 3 weeks later. Sitting in my bed, about to sleep. I never checked the other side of the pin to see if it was tapered. I am fucking foaming at the mouth. Me. Be snoozing wit da boys. Hear a crock grenade into wee hours. Grab me lucky shooter. Cause that's what Gork would do. Run out and see two soft humies. Fire shooter at one of them, I blows his legs out from under him and he starts rolling around like a grub. Shoot around ricochets off a rock and blows a hole in Graf Tooth's favorite squig. Grab the nearest grot and hurl it at the last humie. Grot misses completely cause he's flapping his arms about. The grot ends up landing in a cookin' fire and his grenade belt goes off killing two boys. Pull out my shiny new chopper and hack the humie into about 15 bits. Reload my shooter in case more humies show up. War boss Colt Cox shows up. Can't hear or see cause the grot's grenade belt. Mistakenly shoot the war boss in the face. Humie chunks are taken by the med boy and nobody knows who they ended up in. Just as Gork intended. Me. Overseas. Stationary mounted overwatch patrol. Like 2 AM, up in the gun. Hungry. Grab a random MRE. Tuna. Fuck it imhunji. Couple bites in. Sniff sniff. Driver, bro. Are you eating tuna? Goes off about how eating tuna at night is weird as fuck. Wakes up rest of truck. Whole truck starts arguing over whether or not it's acceptable to eat tuna in the dark. My sides. Discussion makes the next 3 hours pass like nothing. Based tuna made a long night shorter. Me. Halloween Bonfire Circuit 2020. Me and the GF at a friend's place. Another gun bro friend shows up. Hey Anon, check out this new rifle I built. Some RN300 black or other short case. Feel the trigger, it's crisp half. I eject the magazine, cycle the charging handle 3 times. It's dark and with music playing, so I don't notice if a round was ejected. Point the rifle into the dirt 2 feet away and pull the trigger. Pop. Everyone jumps and stares. One girl screams. I glare at my gun bro, but it was my fault for not verifying. Some of the friends try to play it off, but half the people leave shortly after. Still bump into people who recognized me from that night. Embarrassing/10. Never touching another one of gun bro's rifles again. Turns out trigger was a sea hair under 3 pounds for reasons unknown. Also glad that as far as NDs go, it wasn't a bad one. Here's an old story, not really my fault for the malfunction, but it shows that autism can get you into and out of trouble quickly. Me. Buy a Taurus G2C on a whim because I wanted to buy a pistol. Toying with it after getting home. Mag release spring slips out of place. Don't have anything that can put it back in place. Drive to Walmart to look for something, pre-COVID, so it's the middle of the night. Buy a skinny screwdriver. Go back to car, fix the mag release, start doing functions checks. Insert mag, pull slide, release slide, pull trigger, repeat. After doing this about 5 times, I notice a woman sitting in a car adjacent to me. She's staring at me, terrified. I panic. Get an idea to defuse the situation. Grab phone, turn on Wannabe by Spice Girls. Max the volume, roll the windows down. Double dubs and no check. 4chan is lost. Me. Fucking around with my R in the basement. Trying out different triggers. Have a mag of dummy rounds loaded nearby. Load the wrong fucking mag. Chamber live round. Pull trigger. Nothing happens. Eject bullet. Notice the brass reflecting in the light. Check the mag. Check the bullet. Dent on the primer. Immediately take the bullet, run to the backyard, and pry the bullet out of the casing. Dump the powder out. Fall to my knees and thank God for sparing my eardrums. Me. Buy PSA AK-101, AK-74 and 5.56. Also buy 12 Pro Mag AK-101 mags with it. Finally take it to the range. Load the mag. Doesn't fit. None of them fit. The mag release ledge is too thick. Only mag that works is the one the rifle shipped with. Don't know if I should be mad at Pro Mag or mad at PSA. Everything else concerning the PSA AK-101 seems great. No issues other than they might have bent the piston, but if they did, I can hardly tell, so if it is, it's minimal at best. But goddamn it/K/. 12 fucking mags, useless. Me. Deployed to Kuwait. Fucked a chubby Pal girl a few times. They shut down the fucking Burger King my last few months there. Literally the worst deployment to ever happen to someone in the history of forever.